Hey, what up, everybody? This your boy Black Vegas, and I need to find a new intro. I really do. I've been doing this for years, but it's just my thing. I don't know why I keep saying, "What up, everybody?" Oh, maybe I should use "What's going on." Yeah. Would it be like people or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, heading home, tired as fuck. Had a couple of errands to stop and take care of. Got some asparagus. Asparagus is on sale, and for some reason, that excited the fuck out of me. So I snapped up a bundle of asparagus. So it's on sale for the next 3 days. So I might stop by the store, not tomorrow, but Sunday, if I remember or I got a chance, and snatch up some more asparagus. I love asparagus. Asparagus, broccoli, mushrooms, bell peppers, green beans. It's so funny because growing up, I like being the stubborn, hard-headed kid that I was. I just did not want to fuck with vegetables. And somehow I kind of got away with that for the most part. I think mostly in part because my stubbornness wasn't necessarily the vegetables. When I look back, like, I had no problem with like salads and most of the stuff that I mentioned. It's just certain things I just wouldn't eat that my family always made. And to be fair, they didn't make a lot of vegetables outside of stuff that you find in soul food, like cabbage, greens, squash. So it's not like I got introduced to a lot of wealth of vegetables. Until I got older and I started to look it up myself and started to cook more myself, especially when living on your own. You think of all types of shit to cook. And I just started to introduce that stuff into my diet. And then when I had my health scare, I had to put even more stuff into my diet. So they kind of like, it expanded even more to where I'm at the point now where I will try almost anything. I am still a picky eater. Not as picky as I was as a kid, but I'm still a picky eater. But yeah, I'm happy I got my asparagus. Alright, so a couple of things I wanted to address in this video. Mainly about the Malcolm and Marie review that I put out. Just to make sure people understand, I am by no means like hardcore dissing the movie. I think my position is that the characters were so unlikable that it made the experience exhausting for me. Like, I kind of, could find, like, and I'm fine with movies like that. You don't have to always have a hero. I actually like it when everybody's the villain and when like there is no clear cut like right or wrong to it. I just felt like I said in the review, the fact that it kept hammering and hammering and hammering as hard as they can, like it kept reiterating things. It grew too much into like fights that I've seen in person that I had no time for. So if you think about it, that's good on the director because he was able to do that. And it's funny because I watch all types of things where you just see despicable and miserable people or people going through fucked up shit. Like, it's funny. I like Euphoria. I'm a Euphoria fan. The director is involved, did Euphoria. I love that fucking show. But I think, for me, when you condense that type of volatility into, damn, somebody just garbage all over the road, fuck. But that type of chaos into a movie, it just may not work that well for me. Having it spread across a bunch of different people and a bunch of different viewpoints and all of that, and then elongate it, because it's pretty much you know, not to belittle the movie, but it's pretty much kind of like how of soap operas. Soap operas are elongated drama. And the drama that he had, a lot of people, we would say, if we saw people that we know who've been like that, we probably would say they're on some soap opera shit. And it just didn't work that well for me. But it's funny because I love the performances. Like, they really, really, really did a good job on the performances. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, but then they're tremendous actors. It's like, and it's funny because this movie's getting so many mixed reviews that I'm almost comfortable to say, like, I haven't seen anything of his earlier work, but as far as ever since he's blown up, I feel like I'm comfortable enough to say that he is definitely now the embodiment of his father, because this would probably be the first movie where not everybody was head over heels for, which his father has done a lot of things in his career without people weren't head over heels for, but you still love him for being in it. Like, that movie with Bob Hoskins, rest in peace, that he did, where he was dead and he was like a detective and he was trying to help Bob Hoskins solve a case. That wasn't the best movie in the world. Gosh, I wish I could think of it, because I actually liked the movie. But it's the movie with him and, oddly enough, another Oscar-winning performer. Shit, I just lost his name. Virtuosity. That movie. That movie's not good. It's entertaining. It's not a good movie. But Denzel has those. And you still like Denzel in it because he's Denzel. I think John David Washington has just basically stole his father's career from him. Mind you, Denzel's still putting out movies, being Denzel, and good or not, you still love it because Denzel's in it. Or at least you still love him. Even if everything around him is like fucking falling apart and on flames. You still be like, yo, but Denzel though, he killed it. You know what I mean? John David Washington is totally his fucking father. Like, he's gonna keep that Washington legacy going for a minute now, because you gotta think that cat's only 36, man, and he's already been getting some like really, really good roles. He's set to like just keep soaring, which I dig. And I dig the fact that when you look at his career, it's just like his father. It's just so diverse. He learned well from his father. Don't just do just anything. Don't just do something because you're black, or because it's black. Keep testing yourself. Push your limits. Do all types of roles. And I really, really dig that. I really, really like that. Which is something that more African Americans and just people in color in general need to do when it comes to stuff like, because the movie made a very, very good point about in one of the rants when they were talking about Hollywood, the stuff that basically has the critics hating it for no like real reason other than the fact that they got called out. And it wasn't like, out of all the things like I've heard like said in those reviews, I'm like, why are y'all so upset? It's kind of normal talk that people, I'm sure that all directors have, and all people, and like I know that some of us have, like as regular people have, like, is it that bad that somebody's publicly put out there, that opinion? That's how most of them feel about you. Fuck. It's just like sports writers getting fucking upset when athletes got something to talk about, like the media doing this and that. It's like, of course they're gonna feel that way. Some of it's legit, some of it's not. If it's not legit, fuck it. you know that's what it's going to be. Part of the job. You're the job where you give your opinion. People are going to feel some type of way, especially if you're a person giving an opinion who may have never experienced the things that they experienced or did the things they did. Bottom line. Some people are like, sure, you can critique them, but they can also like say that too. Whatever. Like, goes both ways. But no, they were like talking about how like being pigeonholed as an actor when he went off on his rant about the review. How people are like trying to make him like this is his like John Singleton type movie. It's like, you know, it's nice to be mentioned with John Singleton, like, and all of that, because they're great. But you're lumping us all together. Stop lumping us all together. Just say such and such made a great movie, and stop trying to say that it's like his movie when it probably isn't. But you just want to put all black people together. So it's important, like, to keep that energy if you are into entertainment, because you don't want people to like start just saying like, oh well, you're black, you should just do this, you're Asian, you should just do this, like, because that's how it's always been, and it shouldn't be. It needs to change back to well, not back to, but it needs to change to, you know, totally open opportunities for everybody. And yo, why is everybody in my neighborhood today? What the fuck is going on, yo? I'm gonna need y'all to not have all this company. It's not Valentine's Day. Y'all ain't fucking today. Stop it. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to more John David Washington and more adult Zendaya. Like I said, it still was kind of uncomfortable, but this is the first time that I've super seen her just be an adult. So, you know, it can be kind of shocking. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it or that made her suck in the role. No, she was great in the role, but it can be a little jarring. But yeah, I'm just happy to see, like, now too, you're getting a lot of movies with people of color that aren't just like stereotype to things like Always Be My Maybe or the To All the Boys series, like to have a like Asian lead in a young teenage romance thing, with a diverse cast and things like that. You know, Crazy Rich Asians, Malcolm and Marie. You're starting to see just a lot of different movies where it's not just the like straight up quote unquote this is a black movie or anything like that. It's just they're just being movies, and that's the way it should be. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. I am going to go, and I'm going to go do some stuff talking about the Last of Us series, my thoughts on that, and some other stuff, as well as record a podcast. Make sure to catch The Reasonable on the Wise Guy Gaming, Sports, and Entertainment channel. I will let you guys know on social media when it's out, so you can look at that, at black_Megas on Twitter. So, yeah. Anyway, as always, you guys, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. This is your boy Black Megas, and I'm out. Deuces.